A U.S. Marshals task force arrested a 17-year-old for the shooting death of a teenage mother.
17-year-old Ikea Hood was shot and killed over the weekend. She very recently gave birth to a baby girl. According to court documents, 17-year-old Trayvon Wright was the one who murdered her. Police say they were in an on and off relationship, and he believed he was the father of the child. He was not, and he found out. Fox 4's Rebecca Butcher live in Dallas with the update. Rebecca.
Yeah, Steve. Well, Dallas police say that 17-year-old Ikea Hood was shot and killed by her boyfriend. In an arrest warrant affidavit, says that Hood planned to tell the suspect that he was not the father of her newborn child. Dallas police say 17-year-old Trayvon Wright was arrested for murder Tuesday by U.S. Marshals and booked into the Dallas County Jail. The victim, Lancaster High School junior Ikea Hood, was fatally shot Sunday morning at her mother's home on Grambling Drive in southeast Oak Cliff, according to Wright's arrest warrant affidavit. Hood's family has said she gave birth to a baby girl just 3 weeks prior. According to the affidavit, Hood's mother told police the suspect and Hood had been in an on-again, off-again dating relationship for the past 2 years, and that Hood had recently learned that her newborn daughter had not been fathered by suspect Wright. Hood's mother also told police her daughter planned to confess to Wright Sunday, January 7th, the day the murder took place, according to the documents. They also say Wright believed the newborn child to be his. The affidavit says Hood's mother heard a loud noise in her home around 10:30 a.m. and said she'd seen Wright in Hood's room. She found that the door was locked from the inside. The 17-year-old girl's mother became concerned for complainant Hood's safety and began banging on the door. She then approached Hood's bedroom from the outside and noted that the window was open and that the screen had been pushed outside of the residence. Hood's mother discovered Hood was suffering from a gunshot wound and Wright was gone. She dialed 911, and when paramedics arrived, they found Hood deceased. Dallas police have not said where they arrested Wright or how they tracked him down, and they have not said whether a possible murder weapon was recovered or where Wright may have gotten the gun. Hood was a member of the Tigerettes dance team at Lancaster High School and also danced with Next Level Community Dance Group in Dallas. Yeah, and there will be a balloon release happening tomorrow at Lancaster High School at 5 p.m. in honor of Ikea Hood. Meanwhile, Wright's bond has not yet been set.
This week, we learned about a Christmas Day murder that happened in McKinney.
Police say a man killed his pregnant wife, and according to court documents, the two weren't even supposed to be in the same room. Fox 4's Amelia Jones spoke with the victim's family members and joins us now live. Amelia.
Heather, Noreen Tooley's family told me she'll be remembered by her kindness. They hope that her story raises awareness for others to speak up and get help. 31-year-old Noreen Tooley was just starting to make a life in the U.S. She moved here last year, leaving behind her family in Bangladesh.
You can say that she was the heart of her family.
A heart that beat for two. Tooley was pregnant.
Yeah, we were very excited for her as it was her first pregnancy, and she was 3 months pregnant.
Those hearts stopped on Christmas Day. McKinney police say Tooley's husband, 33-year-old Nasib Hassan, strangled her. According to the arrest warrant affidavit, family members called police to check on the couple after they couldn't get a hold of them. Hassan told police Tooley was asleep. When they went inside, officers found Tooley dead.
We're devastated. We still are. We still are very devastated.
The affidavit says Hassan's uncle told police Hassan called him and said the couple got into an argument that turned physical. Hassan claimed Tooley choked him, so he choked her, according to the uncle. Hassan wasn't even supposed to be in the same room as Tooley. In November, he was arrested for assaulting her.
She called my mom when her husband got arrested, and she was shaking with fear. And so my mom told her to talk to someone there.
Tooley's niece, Tasneem Kabir, says she filed a protective order against Hassan, but because of the baby, Tooley wanted to give him a second chance.
She always wanted to have a family, and that's why she thought that maybe he will get better, and but eventually he didn't.
Kabir hopes her aunt's story is an example to others.
She was always an independent woman, but I don't know what happened that she just accepted everything.
And encourages them to speak up.
I think they should get help
before it's too late.
I want him to pay for what he has done. I want him to be an example that no one can do that to anyone.
Hassan is currently charged with capital murder and assaulting a pregnant woman. He is being held at the Collin County Jail, and his bond is set at $1 million.
Dallas police arrested a 19-year-old suspect in connection with the shooting death of a 6-year-old girl in Old East Dallas. That happened yesterday. Investigators say Demaria Sowles left the gun used in the shooting unsecured and then tried to hide it when police got to the scene. He is charged at this point with evidence tampering. Fox 4's Stephen Dial has more on the investigation. Stephen.
Dallas police said, and court documents say, that the suspect allegedly admitted to placing a MAC-10 on top of a PlayStation in the bedroom before the shooting happened. What we don't know is exactly how the child was shot, according to police.
Police arrived at a shooting call around 2:30 Wednesday at a townhome on North Fitzhugh in East Dallas. 6-year-old Elena Ross had been shot and died at the hospital.
I'm trying to not cry, actually. I'm not. I'm trying to hold it in. I'm shaking right now.
Investigators at the scene said it was unknown how the child was shot, but also said there was an unsecured handgun in the home. On Thursday, court documents revealed more about that. Police brought in 19-year-old Demaria Sowles as a witness to the shooting. During the interview, police say he admitted to placing a MAC-10 on top of the PlayStation in the bedroom on the 3rd floor Tuesday. After the shooting on Wednesday, investigators say he took the MAC-10, put it in a backpack with a Glock 40, and hid it in the garage of the home. Markia Boyd told us her children played with the 6-year-old victim in the past.
It hurts because I have a 7-year-old, and I seen the little girl. When I do see them, going to school and stuff, that is sad.
What appeared to be a bullet hole was seen on the 3rd floor of the home between 2 windows. Police said there was one other adult in the home along with Sowles, but we are told the victim's mother was not there and that she was planning a funeral for another one of her children who was shot days before the new year. That child was also a young person, a teenager. While Boyd is shaken by the news of a 6-year-old's death, she is trying to look at the bigger picture.
God has the stronger power over all of this. It's the plan behind all of this.
Now, Sowles had additional warrants for his arrest aside from the tampering charge. He had 2 warrants for evading arrest and another warrant for unlawful possession of a weapon.
All right, Stephen Dial reporting. Stephen, thank you.
We now know how police tracked down the suspect arrested this week for last September's murder of a Dallas ISD teaching assistant. There are new court documents, and in those documents, they detail the evidence, which includes phone records that led them to the man they say killed Jennifer Mendes, and that the two knew each other. But the motive is still unclear. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager joins us with more. Peyton.
Heather, and Mesquite police tell me this investigation is taking months because they are really trying to piece the evidence together, especially the communication between the victim and the suspect. That suspect was transferred from Mesquite to here to the Dallas County Jail this morning. And I asked Mesquite police, will there be any more arrests in this case? They tell me that's still part of the investigation.
This is the last sighting of 24-year-old Jennifer Mendes pumping gas and grabbing a drink at a Dallas Quick Trip on September 27th. Mesquite police revealed the Dallas ISD teacher's assistant left the gas station at Highway 175 and Beltline Road and met up with 34-year-old Sixto Benegas Matute. Less than 2 hours later, Mendes's phone was last pinged near a wooded area off Interstate 20 in Mesquite city limits, the site where Mendes's remains were found scattered. According to an arrest warrant affidavit Fox 4 obtained on Friday, phone records show Mendes texting Benegas Matute as she left the gas station at 8:40 p.m. on the night she disappeared. License plate recognition scanned her 2015 Buick as she drove a few miles north on Lawson Road, stopping just before the Mesquite wastewater plant. At the same time, Benegas Matute's phone showed to be in the same area. Mendes's family found her abandoned Buick parked on the shoulder of Lawson Road the day after she did not come home. According to the arrest warrant affidavit, phone records then tracked both of their phones west on Interstate 20. The two stopped about a mile away at a break in a wooded area. Mendes's remains were found tucked behind the trees 2 weeks after she was reported missing. Mendes Matute's phone went on to his listed address at an apartment complex in Balch Springs. Police believe Mendes Matute shot and killed Mendes. Investigators located bullet fragments in the hair recovered from the scene. Mesquite police are not answering any questions regarding a motive and the relationship between Mendes and Mendes Matute, only saying the two began texting about a month before Mendes vanished. Police haven't released if the murder weapon was located either. More than 3 months later, Mendes Matute now sits in the Dallas County Jail charged with murder. According to public records, Mendes Matute does not have a violent criminal history. Mesquite police say they're still investigating threatening text messages sent to Mendes's family and friends after she went missing. One read, "Jennifer dead, you are next, you better text me back." Investigators would not confirm if these texts came from Mendes Matute. However, police say more arrests are possible.
And I spoke with Mendes's family over the phone today. They said they did not want to comment on this arrest due to the ongoing investigation, but they did tell me they do not recognize this suspect. They also told me and they also told police that Jennifer had a boyfriend for the last year or so. So police looked up his phone records and they tell me that that boyfriend was at home the night she disappeared. Heather, back to you.
All right, Peyton, thank you.
Fort Worth police say a fire at an apartment complex on Christmas Eve was set intentionally. Police say 35-year-old Kristen Lewis is in custody. She is facing capital murder and arson charges for the fire that left 2 dead and dozens without a home during the holidays. Fox 4's Amelia Jones live now with an update. Amelia?
Blake, I spoke with one of the victims' families. It's 47-year-old Dwight Durham, who leaves behind 5 children. I spoke with the mother of 3 of his children. She says the family is heartbroken and they are remembering him tonight.
He was a fun, full-of-life kind of guy.
Deshauna Dukes remembers 47-year-old Dwight Durham, who everyone called Sean.
I was in the process of helping him get into a shelter, and I was trying to help him get on his feet.
Duke says Durham was experiencing homelessness. The Fort Worth Fire Department says Durham and 4 other people were living inside a vacant unit at the Tides at Meadowbrook apartment complex on King George Drive in Fort Worth. On Christmas Eve, an altercation happened between the group, and fire investigators say 35-year-old Kristen Lewis intentionally started a fire.
She didn't tell anybody that she did that, and she kind of escaped and got out of it.
One person made it out the front door, another jumped from a 3rd-story window, and firefighters rescued Durham and 28-year-old Galisha Gaston. The 2 were taken to a local hospital where they died. Duke says the 2 were in a relationship.
That's just devastating for 2 families to lose a loved one, especially on Christmas.
The fire impacted 16 units and about 25 people were displaced for Christmas.
You have all these different belongings and stuff in their home getting ready to celebrate, and then you have someone who comes and doesn't act like this, and everybody loses everything overnight.
Lewis was arrested and charged with arson and capital murder. The Fort Worth Fire Department didn't share if an accelerant was used or where the fire started inside the apartment. Meanwhile, Durham's 5 children are still processing the loss.
My daughter is very devastated about this. She's very heartbroken. She doesn't understand why. And she doesn't understand the fact that he's not coming back.
But he'll always be with them.
And when he left a mark on them.
We also spoke to one of Durham's cousins who says that while Durham was unhoused, he was not unhomed, and he was very loved by his family. If anyone has any additional information that would help the investigation, you're asked to contact Fort Worth Police. Lewis is currently being held at the Tarrant County Correction Center on a $1 million bond.